Hi, thought I'd post another quick devlog update on Equilibrium. I am now house sitting in Alaska for a month, so that's why the background looks different. But I just got my laptop set up here, so I'm good to start working on the game again. And I'll keep doing these weekly updates. Um, so last week I showed the Outliers Grotto, which is this area in the game that lets you um, plant alien larvae and grow these mutations that give you an advantage. I think last week I showed the improved flutter mutation, which lets you hop through the air more effectively. But this week I'm going to show you one more mutation just to start off with a little gameplay, and then I'll talk about some organizational stuff that I've been working on. Um, so, just in case not all of you watched the devlog last week, all of this is really pretty early placeholder, work in progress content. The idea is that the Outliers Grotto is this space with this big plant growing in it, and you can come back to the space with seeds and plant them on this structure, and then they grow into these life forms that give you bonuses. So we're pretending that I had already planted this seed here a while ago, and when I sprout this, it's going to give me the Guardian mutation. So when I did it, this guy started following me around when I sprouted it, and eventually we'll have something other than just a sphere for that, but for now the sphere works. So the idea with the Guardian is if you have the Guardian following you and you die, I jumped into this barnacle and he killed me. Now if I click, he'll hit me with a little beam and I respawn right away with a little ectoplasm. And he's gone, but after a cooldown, he'll pop back into existence, hopefully, if everything works. Yeah, there we go, okay. So he'll just follow me around, respawning me, and then coming back after a cooldown for as long as that mutation remains active. And I'll play around with, what causes mutations to decay. I'm thinking of them sort of like gear in the game, so when you die, they'll probably break down a little bit, or they might have other circumstances, like when you complete a level or something, maybe they'll decay the mutation. But this is still a really powerful mutation, and probably the most powerful of the ones that I've currently got coded in the game. And I'll have to make it kind of a rare drop larva that gives rise to it because of that, so that you're not too OP. But I think it's fun. I like having followers in games, and this is another one for this one, so that's cool. And then, so there are, in addition to this mutation, I already showed you the one last week, but then there's 3 others that are going to be in the January release. So we'll have, hopefully, a bunch more mutations eventually, but I want to have at least 5 to start with. So in addition to those 2, there's one that makes your ectoplasm last longer. So like here, if you need ectoplasm to fly around in the game, and kind of just lasts for a little while, and my tail shrinks, and then I run out and I fall. So there's one that increases that reservoir of ectoplasm, so you can fly longer. There's one that makes you faster, pretty straightforward. And then there's one that increases your ability to stick to surfaces. So like here I'm clinging to the side of this gourd, and I'm sort of sliding as I cling. But the extent to which you slide is reduced by this other mutation, so you kind of will just stick securely in place, and that can be helpful in certain situations. So yeah, the idea is that each of those mutations has a corresponding alien critter that that creates that larva that you can plant. So, for example, this is the ectobloater, which is a little critter that produces the larva that you need for that ectoplasm reservoir mutation I just talked about. And this is art. This is concept art I did. I haven't done like proper concept art for a game in a really long time. We're sort of shuffling our responsibilities at the on this team. We have three people, and our artist just had to go back to his 9-to-5 job because he ran out of money. We're all pretty low on money, but so with that, he'll still be doing the technical art, but I'm going to take over the concept art for now, and hopefully that'll make it really straightforward to he'll have like a solid blueprint to work from when he's creating the 3D models. And then also to keep all this a little better organized going forward, I started working on this Google site. This is not like the splash page for like the for advertising the game, or it's not like the user facing game website. But the idea is that um, this is just a way for all of us to stay on the same page. It's sort of our design bible or whatever. All that's pretty flexible. I'm not like it's not a concrete design. It'll change as necessary. But for those of you that are game developers, I think this is a really useful tool. Just sites.google.com. You can create them really quickly, and I find it a lot easier than trying to juggle a bunch of Google documents or I've had like a draw IO board that had the entire game sort of on a whiteboard like that. And I don't know. I think this for me is a little easier to keep track of. But the idea is we have a page for our environments. There's no art in this yet, but we'll put images where necessary and text. So for example, um, if Mike wanted to find that reference, he could just go into the symbiote section or over here, and then here's the ectobloater. So I'm going to try and do another piece of concept art like every day and put, just fill this site with a little more reference material. And hopefully another benefit of this is that by typing up all of the lore, at least as a rough draft, eventually maybe we'll want to create like a guide for the world and share that with the players of the game. So this gives us an opportunity to sort of work through how to explain this stuff, and maybe we can just pull from this internal document eventually if we want to release a guide. All right. Well, that's all I've got for you this week. Hopefully, I'll have some more gameplay, a little more to show next week. My coding process was interrupted by travel, so a little slow this week. But have a good one, and I'll catch you next week.